You want to know one of the biggest things blocking your peace and happiness? It may not be what you think. It's not your circumstances. It is what you are carrying around. Hello, and welcome to the Happy Hour with Amber. Each video, I provide a thought-provoking topic on what we can do to elevate our authentic happiness, joy, peace, and well-being. Now, this week, it's something simple, yet not necessarily easy. So let me first ask you this question. Have you noticed that some people, well, they just seem to be lighter? They seem more peaceful, they're more grounded, more emotionally free. Now, I believe one of the reasons for that is that they have learned how to live with gratitude, how to practice deep appreciation, and how to, stop feeding old hurts and grievances. This is a simple but not so easy practice for some. So the truth is, authentic happiness isn't just about what happens to us. It's about what we hold on to within us. And when our inner world is filled with resentment and complaint and bitterness and disappointment or emotional heaviness, it becomes much harder to feel that peace, the joy and authentic happiness. So in today's episode, I want to talk about why gratitude changes everything, why appreciation deepens our experiences of life, and why letting go of grievances may be one of the most freeing things that we ever do for our own well-being. So welcome back to the Happy Hour with Amber. Today we're talking about something that can sound simple on the surface, but it actually is deeply powerful when it comes to our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Here it is. Gratitude, appreciation, and letting go of our grievances. Now, you know what? I'm sure most of you have heard this before. Be grateful. Appreciate what you have, and for goodness sakes, just drop it. Let it go already. Right? But today I want to go deeper than just saying that these are really great ideas. I want to talk about why they matter. What are the real benefits of living this way, and how do these things and these choices affect our ability to be authentically happy? So let me start with gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's more than just being polite, and it's more than just writing down 5 things every day that you're grateful for. Gratitude is a way of being. It's about noticing what is good, kind, and beautiful, and then being present enough to let it matter to you. It's about recognizing what is worthy of your attention and affection. What is working in your life? What is meaningful? What feels wonderful? What feels supportive or even miraculous? And then embracing what has enhanced your life. Yeah, that's gratitude. Now, as I mentioned in my last episode, our negativity bias that we humans we're naturally wired to notice what is wrong much faster than what is good and right. Now, our minds, it picks up on the inconveniences, the disappointments, the criticisms, the judgments, the hurt, the unfairness, problems, what's missing, and what still needs to be fixed. Feels pretty heavy, doesn't it? When that becomes our dominant focus, we begin to live in a kind of mental and emotional stuckness. Many people do this, though, unconsciously. Now, this way of being, well, it creates lack, it's discontent, and it creates disharmony within us. And what we consistently focus on, yeah, begins to shape our inner experiences of life. So authentic happiness cannot be sustained when we are constantly rehearsing what is wrong. Now, does this mean that we need to attempt to live a perfect life in order to be grateful? Of course not. We all get discouraged. We all feel lower emotions. We all go through hard times. Gratitude is simply the antidote that gently pulls us back from that. Now, while we intentionally begin noticing the good in our lives, something starts to shift within us. Our heart, it softens. Our nervous system begins to settle, and our perspective, well, it widens. And the benefits ripple through the very, very core of us. Now, for our body, gratitude may support better sleep, lowering our stress levels, having more balanced energy, and greater overall well-being. For the mind, it can improve clarity, it can support better decision making, and it can reduce anxiety and mental heaviness. For our soul, it reconnects us to love instead of engaging in fear. Yeah. So let's move on to appreciation. Now, many people think that gratitude and appreciation are the very same thing. I don't. For me, gratitude is noticing what's good, kind, and beautiful, while appreciation is savoring in it. It's marinating in the gratitude. So gratitude acknowledges the good, and appreciation lets it sink in to our hearts. So what does it look like? It's, well, smiling and giggling with the little child in the grocery store who is still innocent to all the heaviness of the world. It's your pet doing something so damn cute that just absolutely warms your heart. And when you think that you couldn't possibly love it any more than you do, you do. It's savoring that first cup of coffee in the quiet hours of the morning, or a cup of steep tea outside in the evening after dinner. It's letting yourself, well, really feel the memory of an amazing vacation that lifted your happiness meter way up. Appreciation deepens your experiences in life. And sadly, however, a lot of people miss this part because they are too busy to notice and to care. They're always hurrying and rushing and pushing through their day. Now, they may be grateful for their life, but they aren't really appreciating it. Their mind, well, it's in the grocery store. It's on the phone with the phone call that they need to still make. An email that they have just received that's disturbed them, or it's the next thing on their to-do list, right? And because of that, they miss the chance to laugh at something that's really funny, or enjoy an amazing sunrise or sunset. Maybe it's you're missing out on receiving that kind call from a friend, or noticing the crocuses popping up after a really long winter, or just appreciating having made it through something difficult and just watching it all work out. When we take time to truly appreciate what we're grateful for, we begin to feed our soul. So appreciation can help reduce our stress, right? It calms our nervous system and it brings us more fully into the present moment. Now, mentally, it can reduce overthinking and can soften rumination, and it can help us catastrophize a whole lot less because we are actually here in the present moment. And spiritually, Appreciation strengthens our intuition and our inner guidance system. That, because we're just more present, we're more open, and we're more connected to our soul. Okay, let's move on to the more difficult part of this conversation, grievances and letting go. Now, this can be harder for many of us. And honestly, this is where some of my biggest growth happened in my life. This is the one of those places that made the biggest difference for me, and where I discovered that authentic happiness was truly possible. A grievance, it can look like resentment and bitterness and lingering hurt and quiet sadness. It can also be anger and some other really intense emotional state. So a grievance is often, it's an old wound that we keep picking at in our mind. It's the constant complaining chatter in our heads. I call mine Gabby. It's the story that we keep on the rinse and repeat cycle. Something happened to us, and then we felt wrong by it, and then we just go over it and over it and over it. Now, maybe it was just something someone said that, rubbed you the wrong way. Maybe it was an unfair treatment that you received in the workplace. Or maybe it was a family member who continues to treat you poorly. So let me get really clear here. We all get hurt. We all feel disappointment. We all go through betrayals and losses and misunderstanding and painful experiences that leave an emotional mark on our heart. We're human, and that's the human experience. So, you know what? This isn't about pretending that you were never hurt, and it isn't about bypassing your pain. It's about recognizing that if we keep gripping onto the hurt and the disappointment or the grievance, it's going to keep a grip on us. When we stay stuck there in that heaviness, it blocks our peace and it hardens our heart. It drains our energy and it keeps us emotionally tied to the past, and it narrows our capacity for joy. So our nervous system can't be filled with love and gratitude and appreciation while also being consumed by bitterness, anger, and emotional emptiness. They can't both be in the same camp at the same time. One way expands the heart, the other way contracts it. So authentic happiness can't be cultivated while we are constantly rehearsing everything that we are not happy about. Now, letting go does not mean that you approve of what happened, and it doesn't mean that you forgot or that you're willing to forget. And it certainly doesn't mean that you are suddenly okay with everything. It just simply means that you are no longer willing to carry the emotional baggage. Let me just say this. You are done settling. You're done, and you're willing to set it down. You may have heard this particular saying, and it really resonated with me, I'll tell you. You can't keep drinking poison and expect that the other person will die. Yeah. And there's also a quote that I absolutely love, and love it so much that I actually put it in my workbook for my course, Whole Happy. And it goes like this. Forgiveness is the fragrance the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. Now, I believe that quote was by Mark Twain, and the first time that I heard it, it was from the late Dr. Wayne Dyer. Pretty powerful, huh? So by letting go, it may help reduce stress Soften the grip of the old emotional pain that we hold on to. Improve our sleep and support greater clarity and peace. Mentally, it can improve our self-talk and reduce anxious or depressive patterns of thinking. And for the soul, letting go of old hurts deepens our inner peace and it supports our joy, independent of our circumstances. And it reconnects us to compassion, trust, and love. Now, I know that I keep returning to this, but it's important. Does this mean that you should never feel angry or hurt or disappointed or upset? No, of course not. Healthy people feel all kinds of emotions, but there is a difference between feeling hurt and living in the hurt. And this is where we need to be really honest with ourselves. Are we honoring our pain by acknowledging it and then releasing it? Or are we feeding it? Now, many people say that they desire peace, but they stay loyal to their pain. They say that they want to be happy, but they continue revisiting the same resentment again and again and again. They say that they want freedom from the chains that weigh them down, yet they keep themselves handcuffed to the past. So, what can we do to shift more into gratitude and appreciation? First, why not go about your day noticing what is good, kind, and beautiful? Take in each moment, each person, your comforts and your blessings, no matter how small they are. And then second, instead of just making a list of what you're grateful for, begin to marinate in that gratitude with your appreciation. Pause and truly, truly feel it. And then third, create a few simple rituals that support this way of being. Now, often a few small little changes are more powerful than one great big giant change. Okay, let me give you an example. Why not put your phone down earlier and give your thumb a rest? And pick up a book instead or listen to a podcast. Why not get up a little earlier and use that quiet time to meditate and visualize? Why not write down a few names of people connected to your irritation, your disappointment, your resentment, or even, well, deep disdain? And begin working through a forgiveness practice that feels right for you. And that's very personal, right? Now, something I'm going to add here is that what I found when I did this is that on these lists, my name was there. I needed to forgive myself for a lot of things. Now, when you're ready, you want to go through one name at a time, right? And just ask yourself these questions. What is this grievance costing me? Is it costing me my quality sleep, my peace? Is it costing me my energy, my joy, and my emotional freedom? Yeah. Sometimes we don't let go simply because we have not fully realized the price that we're paying to hold on to this. Now, I'm going to ask you now to sit with that. So if I could leave you with this today, it would be gratitude helps you notice the good. Appreciation helps you feel it. And letting go of grievances makes room for your inner peace. And a peaceful heart is far more available for authentic happiness. I would really love to hear from you. What is the one thing in your life right now that you deeply appreciate? Or is there a grievance that you know that it may just be time to release it, let it go? Now, in a way, and in a practice that feels best for you, and I go back to that, it has to be something very personal for you, right? Yeah. Thank you so much for being here with me today on the Happy Hour with Amber. And you know what? If this message spoke to you, and I hope it did, make sure that you subscribe, because here we talk about authentic happiness and emotional well-being and inner peace and how to create a life that feels better from within. So with that, I'm going to leave you with thank you and have a beautiful, happy day.